What's going on? We here. We in the warehouse with it, and I'm gonna take y'all around here, show y'all what we got going on in the warehouse. Maybe some processes, some systems, and some new inventory that nobody has seen. So come check this out. So as you can see, we got the sign in here. I did a 7-figure brand boot camp where I helped other entrepreneurs, help them make 7 figures, gave them the tools, the resources, the guide, all of that. So I'm gonna do more of those. Y'all stay tuned. We got one coming up in August in Miami. We're walking through the office. This is where all the stuff gets done. So this is where we're, designing, getting our systems together, getting our clothing right. And really quickly, I'll show y'all something really cool. So we just dropped these basketball shorts. As you can see, I'm wearing the PV ones, but we're trying to do basketball jerseys to go with it. And I'm gonna give you an example. This is a sample and it's wrong. So it's no kente where it's supposed to be. The material is not the same material. So if you look at the material, it's a little different. And so this is like one of the processes you have to understand is you get a lot of samples because everything won't be right the first time. So you get a sample, you give them feedback. Hey, I want this to be bigger holes in the mesh. I want there to be kente right here. I want it to be a little tighter fit. I want this font to be different. And then you have to get it sent back and forth and back and forth. A lot of times people think they just draw something up, send it to the manufacturer, they make it and it's right. And that's not how it happens. So if this doesn't match my shorts directly, then it's not gonna work out. So that's just a quick little hack that I just thought about it when I came in here. So let me kind of walk you through the warehouse, man. Like, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in here. We have a lot of space, but this is how we organize everything. So we kind of have it based off of how easy it is to grab things. And so you have your t-shirts first, and then, well, first those boxes over there, those are things that we don't sell as much. They're kind of out of the way, out of the daily routine of things. Then we have our t-shirts, obviously right here, our best sellers. They sell all day, and all our t-shirts kind of have meaning. So you have the Support Black Lives t-shirt that's talking about, social justice and, supporting our people. The Support Black Women shirt, which is focusing on, uplifting women, which is an amazing thing to do. And then you have our crop tops. You have our Sisters tee we dropped for International Women's Month, and then our regular t-shirt. So, clothing with a meaning that's what it's all about. We got sweatpants, we got basketball shorts, we got all of that. I'm gonna take you to our hoodies, patches, and you're gonna get to see how some of this stuff is made. So as you can see, we got our Gildan boxes. We just picked up some hoodies, and now we're doing some heat pressing over here. So I'll show you all what's going on with the heat pressing. So our patches come in, as you can see, they're chenille patches, and it's got a glue back. So when you heat press it, the heat makes it stick to the actual hoodie, and then we do a stitch line all the way across. That way they don't come up. So as you can see, we got boxes of them, and then we have our so famous arm patch that goes right here on the arm. And so I'm gonna show y'all the process. Essence is doing some right now, and my boy Jason. And basically, you can see how we took the hood. We got the Air Fusion heat press, good JB. And then we take a patch. As you see, you gotta make sure it's straight, so you line it up. You actually line it up with the front, top of the neck right here, which a lot of people are trying to line up with the pocket, but sometimes the pockets are a little off because that's how they're made sometimes. Everything's not perfect, sometimes it's faulty. And then we make sure we add the arm patch, and then from there, we have to move the heat press over. As you can see, we have it on 349, 6 seconds. So everybody's gonna have their own. It depends on how thick your hoodie is, where you're putting the patch at and all of that. And then we have a little foot lever that we use. I guess we're using it with our hands now. Smart. So little hand lever that actually moves it over. That's actually pretty smart. And then what happens is it goes. You don't have to be strong to do this. All you have to do is just have 2 fingers. And then we just let it rock, let it simmer, and then you just get ready for the next one. So we can get these done pretty fast. I mean, you talk about 20 seconds per, something like that. It's very quick, and then you get ready for the next one. Now, I used to try to challenge myself and try to do one and set up the other one really fast. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you end up doing more work than you have to. So it might just be easier just to wait and do another one. And so that's how we got it. Sometimes you have it auto pull over, and then sometimes you take it by yourself. So Jason's is auto pulling over, but it just depends on what you prefer. So after we do that, then what happens is they go right here, and then they get taken to get sewn, where we just kind of run through them like that. So that's one of our processes that's really cool. We have Drea right here. I don't know what she's doing, but I think she has something to do with ordering and figuring out probably what we need to order. So you see some packing slips are here. That means that this stuff we have it got printed. And so after it does that, we take it and somebody fulfills it. And this is what it kind of looks like. You might take a label, you grab the 2 things that you need, you put a label on top of it, and then it's just bagging. We just take it, we bag it, seal it, and that's it. So it's one of those things where it's a bunch of different processes going on at one time, but it makes everything go around, from the heat pressing to the, finding the labels, printing the labels, to the shipping, to the bagging. It's a little bit of everything. And one thing that's really important is, as we go to the back room, all that's fun and cool, but you have to have a room that they can break in, right? And so we got the ping pong table here. Sometimes it gets a little extra in here. We play in ping pong. We're gonna actually turn this into a basketball court where we can chill, hang out, have fun. They eat lunch back here in the break room. So it's just cool to have a lot of space. But anytime in a warehouse is all about like staff camaraderie, making sure your staff like each other, make sure it's a good work environment, make sure they're comfortable. As you can see, they listen to music, they having fun, they chilling. And it's one of those things where it's just a big family in here. So our processes are put in place based off of what they say, based off of what they need. Is important for us to be able to all on one accord so that the company can run as smoothly as possible. So, yeah.
Yo, appreciate that behind the scenes, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's some exclusive. So I got a few questions. I think we can hit up Justin's YouTube room that he never uses. So
yeah, let's do it. Let's go. So let me take you to the YouTube content room that doesn't really get used as a content room, I guess. That I didn't even know existed until I guess 5 minutes ago. So yeah, let's check out the content room. And I guess this is where all the magic goes down, in this room right here. So you see it's got a setup of a good amount of hoodies and shirts and all that. And this is where the star sits. So that'll be me for that.
All right, I'm gonna grab another chair and I'm gonna ask you a few questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yo, so we're here with the fire setup. Appreciate whoever's setting this up for us.
All right, thank you.
All right, so I got a few questions. We went through a whole bunch. First of all, appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
We went through you doing like your own shorts. No, what was that, jersey?
Yeah, the jersey samples.
Made from scratch. So how would somebody know, like most of the people on here do t-shirts, how would somebody know it's time for them to get something made from scratch?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things where once you have your audience solidified and they kind of know what you're known for, then you can start trying to branch out. A lot of times people like do one drop or one release and instantly want to do something next level.
Right.
Like, make sure your customer understands who you are, what you do, have a brand identity, have a kind of product that really identifies who you are. For us, that's our hoodies. So we were doing the hoodies for a long time before we introduced anything else. I mean, at least a year, and we were barely introducing new products. And so now, because we have our key, what we call our hero product, now we can drop other things like one-offs, two-offs, just so people can see that we offer more. And so I would say once you solidify your brand identity and your hero product, then it's time to branch into other things and see what works.
Did y'all always make the hoodies in-house?
Yeah, for the most part. We're actually trying to get it out of house now.
Okay.
Because we're scaling so much. We're getting a lot of wholesale orders. So, you can have somebody like Urban Outfitters order like 1,600 hoodies from us. Like, no one's doing that in a quick amount of time like they are. And so we just outsource that and make sure that it's still in Atlanta or still in Georgia technically. But it's just cheaper and we don't have to worry about staff. There's like so many pros to it. And so, yeah, we're going to start doing that, especially as we get bigger and bigger. Right.
And then we saw the whole shipping production line. And it seems so flawless, but was there any point in time like you struggled with that whole process?
Man, all the time. I think Black Friday was the biggest struggle just because we got so many orders. And so it's easy to like misplace things or count inventory wrong or it's just so many things. So communication, processes, and systems are extremely important. Just having really good communication with your staff, understanding what it looks like to get from A to Z, and then finding out how to execute that to the best of their ability. That's what I would say. Because shipping is one of the biggest problems with businesses, especially clothing, is shipping. And so making sure your systems and processes are in place. And then if something goes wrong, what does that backup plan look like? What kind of communication needs to be had in order to get it fixed? I think that's really important.
Nice. So you gave us a whole bunch of content. We appreciate that, man.
Of course.
Is there any last words you want to give to them for somebody who's starting up and want to scale to something like Support Black Colleges?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just think invest in yourself and invest in learning, right? Because so many people want to be Support Black Colleges or whoever brand that you want to copy after or be like. And I think the thing is, learn from the people who are doing those things. Like, we have tools and resources to help you out, like try to reach your goals and try to basically not make the same mistakes we did. So that's why I got into the education space. Is like I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to build this business. I would hate for somebody not to be able to have to go through the same thing just because they didn't know. Right. And so for me, I didn't know. And so that's why we do things like this kind of podcast and stuff. It's just to give more information and give back to the people who, are trying to get to where we're at.
Right. Let us know if you like this video. Comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Let's go.
Hey, Hustle Ninja. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you want to support the channel and have the chance to win a giveaway to help your clothing brand, be sure to check out onlyninjas.com. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And stay hustling.